Hey, what's up, guys? It's Reed Young, aka Shuda. I'm going to be reviewing a 100 no limit 6 max hand here. Before we get into the action, I just want to say thanks, guys, for sharing all the videos that I've been making lately. We're up to almost 250 subscribers, so if you guys keep sharing with your poker buddies and hitting that like button, we're going to be cruising in no time. Anyway, to the action, we raise on the cutoff or on the hijack, it looks like, and then we get a couple folds, the cutoff and the button fold, the small blind re-raises, and we call, which I think is a great idea. Ace Queen is a very strong hand for our opening range in this position, so we definitely want to be calling some strong hands to make sure we're not exploitable pre-flop. We're only 100 big blinds effective, so I think this is pretty standard so far. On the flop, it comes Ace King 5 with a flush draw, and here's where I think some game theory gets involved and a little bit more clearly. The small blind checks to us, and we decide to check back. So the reasoning for the check back, for our hero's check back with Ace Queen here, is that he was suspicious of the small blind's check. So we're making an exploitive play based on not too much information. You can see the reads at the top here. He seems like a good reg. He's fairly tight. I'm not really sure what the sample size is here, but I don't really think any of these numbers, especially if it's there's the sample's 1.5 thousand hands. So I mean, that's a fine sample, but positional 3-bet stats, I mean, you're always going to be looking at some sample of hands, like, how often is he going to be 3-betting my hijack open from the small blind? You're not going to have, like, 500 hands and therefore a significant sample to speak about. So we're going to have to extrapolate at some point, even with 1,500 hands on our opponent. So I think that the flop is just a bet. I mean, if you have Ace Queen here, you need to be betting it when check to, and then we can check back some other weaker hands, like maybe we would have something like Ace-6 of diamonds, or a King X that we check back, and occasionally a stronger hand. But I think by far and away the standard play with Ace Queen here should be betting. So now that we decided to check back, the plan is, or the plan should be, I should say, now that our hand is underrepresented, that we're going to be calling down a bit more often, and probably on some pretty scary board runouts some of the time, because our opponent's going to be bluffing a little bit more with the combined board runout, that the combined scary board runout, and the fact that our hand is underrepresented. So the turn is a jack. Ace Jack and King Jack get there, but otherwise it doesn't really change that much. And we also have a diamond flush blocker, which could be significant. Maybe we'll turn our hand into a bluff on some rivers. I think it would be fairly rare that would be our decision. So the small line bets 2/3 pot, and we call. I think that's completely fine. Raising is probably only going to get called by worse hands, and it's going to be really tough to get value on the river. We also stop all the bluffs, so it's not a good idea to raise on the turn. Then on the river, he bets half pot, and we end up folding. Not really sure I like this fold, just given how underrepresented our hand is. I think if we did have a hand like King X, you could probably make a tighter fold, but I would expect your opponent, if he's playing optimally, which is obviously saying a lot for a 100 pound bind game, but just to put us in the mindset from which we can adjust our play. If he's playing optimally on this river, he's trying to make the middle of our range indifferent to calling. And what I mean by that is that the by far and away the most likely hand that we should have here is something like King 10. So when he bets 25, it's with a range, or it should be with a range catered to making it very difficult on King X, which means he's going to have some bluffs, he's going to have some Ace X's, and occasionally like random Jack 10s and club draws he got sneaky with on the flop. But he is also going to be bluffing here. and I think we need to look him up since we have such an underrepresented hand. So let me know what you guys think about this video. If you like it, share it with a poker buddy, and we can get up to 250 subscribers. I think I'll probably do like a landmark video sometime soon. So let me know if you guys want something different. Maybe I'll do like a gameplay for you guys if we reach like 300 or something crazy subscribers. All right, I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.